Oh, live streaming. We got some issues with YouTube right now. Okay, is audio clear? Just let me know. Hi, Grant Stevenson, Doug Puya. Hello, CG. Hello, TraderSZ. How is everybody? Just confirm with me everything's okay, and we will begin. All good? Excellent, excellent. So before we begin, just want to get the necessities and disclaimer out the way with. Welcome back to Bitcoin for Legends live YouTube stream. This is in partnership with Prime XBT. They are the sponsors of the stream, so they make it free for all of you guys. If you use the link in the description, you can get up to 25% of commissions. So you can choose. So when you go to the link, you get these two options. So SZ25 for 25% of commissions and 7K of deposit bonus. So you click which one you like. And that tells Prime that you guys want these streams to continue. So, and nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. Seek the help of a financial professional before embarking with your capital. It's been on vacation, so I haven't had a chance. And it's busy. So we're back to the normal live streams now. I'm gonna do extra this month to make up for last month. Yeah. So if you don't want to, that's fine. Just like and subscribe is more than enough. Yeah, and that's that. So Prime XBT offers not just crypto, but you can trade FX, commodities, indices, different range of markets. Okay. I give Prime XBT a follow on Twitter. So now that that's out the way with, so I'm gonna get straight to the point. Okay, this is more of a pre-build up to FOMC. The separate scenarios I'm waiting for, the company will do afterwards. Once FOMC out the way with, because it's at that point where you know what, anything can happen. Okay, I don't know what FOMC is gonna do, but what I do know is I'm gonna plan ahead and go with that. So once I'm gonna give my plans, if they give me the trigger, I'll step in. If they don't, I won't touch it. Okay, and the focus is gonna be Bitcoin, really, because with Bitcoin, you know what the other alts are gonna do. Okay, um, going from that, because there's no point doing individual. Look at this alt, look at that. What's the point? When you know what Bitcoin's doing, the others will bend the knee and they do the same thing. Yes, you get the one-off alt that does its own, but what's the probability of that? Okay, so I'm gonna go over this. It's a really simple plan, and that's how I keep my trading. If you've been following me for a while, then you know. Yes, subscribe to the channel if you can. I wanna try to hopefully get to 100k subs. The teaching video of one of my systems I will do. If you get it up to at least 70k subs, then I will do it. So let's get stuck straight in. So if you guys remember from the last stream, okay, do you guys, if you watch the last one, it was a premiere, but it's more or less live because it came out 10 minutes, literally 5-10 minutes right after I recorded it. It's more or less live. Here. So it was down here at the time, and I said, this is where I'm looking for my short. Okay. Invalidation will be a clear reclaim above. Okay. So this is the only chart we need. So it came here now. Whether you want to wait for the breakdown scenario, so either I shorted there and a smaller size, and once it broke down, the rest there, and look what it did. It remained a hit target. Now, zooming out to the bigger picture of things, and I will explain my BNB thesis as well, like I promised. And I'll explain my dollar scenario, because the dollar and Bitcoin are correlated. Whoever says they're not is chatting shit. And I'll explain my reasoning, which I have stream in, stream out. Every stream I've explained when it doesn't and when it does. Okay? So let's do it one step at a time. Once you know what Bitcoin is going to do or my thesis on Bitcoin, I'm not saying I'm correct, but I'm giving trigger plans as to what I'm doing. And if it does follow the plan, just like all previous streams, then I step in. Otherwise, I don't know. Okay? So there's a difference between Bitcoin bull run bottom is in 100k or trading. This is more for traders. Okay? So let's zoom out for a second. Okay? Let's get the context together. I'm going to go to a monthly chart, maybe a weekly. Okay? And we can see that more or less we've been range bound. Okay? Nothing really happened in that sense. Okay? What do you expect? I see. We'll see how the market reacts. For now, what I'm going to do is this is my plan, if you want to call it, for before then FOMC. I'm not gonna take the only position I got is BNB. Okay, and I'll explain it. Let's get through this, and then what we'll do is we'll decide what the market wants to do. Because a lot of the time the news can come out and the market reacts how it wants to. Are we all in agreement with that? If you've been trading long enough, you know whatever is decided, the market will do what it wants. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes, hit the like button, please. So let's build the bigger picture first, okay? Because it's been a while. Now, so far we've been correct on the shorts within the range. Now, if you recall, if you pay attention to my streams, you would know that I've been calling this is a big resistance area, right? And I've been saying range low is here. Correct or not? So each time I've been shorting, that has been the main target. When I shorted here, when I spoke about this, that has been the target. When I shorted there, that has been the target. And I said only keyword, only if it breaks below here, that is confirmed as a deviation, because this could go up. I don't know. This could go down. I don't know. Shit posting aside on Twitter. And I've given my case for why I believe lower because of my view for the dollar and the dollar index. Okay, because they are correlated. I will show you again when the time comes. But for now, it could keep being range bound forever. Okay, but based on what I'm seeing on the dollar index, and if big word IF in capital letters, if FOMC confirms it, which I will go over in a couple of minutes, then that should be clear. So today I think it's going to be important, FOMC. So if this confirms, then remember the if then scenario, make it systematic. Then I would say we go towards here. So this is, if I mark that as my range high, we make it blue color. That's one range. Okay. This is the second range. The stops are going to be resting there, retest of that, and then who knows? Okay. So what I've explained so far, does that make sense? I haven't marked out any trigger plans. All I've done is mapping out context. Is everybody clear with that? Hello, Tyler Tumoon. How are you? Is everybody clear with that? There is no trigger plans right now. There's like 500 of you here. There should be at least 6K likes minimum. I know each of you have at least 10 alt accounts. Get the likes up. Get the YouTube algo going. Okay, and subscribe. As soon as I get to at least 70K subscribers, I will do my teaching video of my strategy. Okay, and it'll be more of a swing strategy because then I know a lot of people don't work. I mean, not don't work. That's a wrong word. Sorry. Don't trade full time. So this is more catered, and this is actually how I trade most of the time. It's just because I do it full time. My detailed swing strategy, and it's not about a lot of people say, "Oh, you're giving the alpha." No, it's not about giving the alpha. It comes down to execution. If you execute it correctly, that's what it comes down to. Okay. I mean, everybody knows SR. It's how you trade the SR, isn't it? The only thing I would say that goes is maybe some little loopholes, like certain times of day, there's a certain bot that goes off, or algo that goes off at a certain time, certain day. Okay, that's different. But the strategy is all come down to context. Anyways, so that's the context built. I agree, this is support. Hence why, if you remember when this drop happened, I tweeted, I've closed most of my swing short. Even though I had a target here, the reason why I put the target there was in case it did a big nuke, because Bitcoin does that. Look at this. Bitcoin does those kind of nukes. But I will manage it. And I always said in the stream, this is key support still. Hence why I cut it. Okay? I cut most of it. Now, what do we do now? So what I've done is resuming out. So all we need to focus on right now until this breaks. So let's get the out the way with it. So if we break and hold below, then I will look for a trigger there towards here for the reason I've just given. Okay. Hello, Isam. How are you? Now, till that happens, and I will do an update post FOMC, unless it's a one candle nuke or a one candle rip higher. This is the only range we need to focus on, and that range is previous quarterly range. So if we go to the quarterly chart, last quarter high, last quarter low. So on some exchanges, when we got that drop earlier, about a month or so ago, we did exchanges. Some exchanges did take that low out, by the way. Okay, But let's just go with this chart. And the reason why I'm leaning lower, be patient. I will cover that in when I cover the dollar. Is I think it goes lower. So, but for now, ignore that for now. Let's focus on level to level. So I marked that last quarter high, last quarter low, last quarter high, last quarter low, and last quarter mid range. This is the midpoint, right? And then I marked out the midpoint of that. Let's study this. Okay. So, uh, I'm not clear with, you know what? I'm not clear with gold, to be honest. I've stepped away from that. Gold, I am not really clear with. Okay. So, let's carry on. Go to the lower time frame. And as you can see, that was where I look for the short. So, if we're below this, we're going to be looking for shorts. If we reclaim above it, we look for the range highs. So what I want to do is scenario one, based on what I've said, we're range bound. Okay, I would probably step in after the FOMC, but let things unsettle, let things settle down, let the dust settle. It doesn't matter if you miss or a lot of the volatility because it rips up, rips down, all sorts happen. Okay, scenario one, and keep it very very simple. Swing failure of that high. Where did that happen previously? Yeah, well, if you aren't, no, it's not about me. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I'm very picky with when I step in. I know if there's FOMC, some central bank news event coming out, I'm going to step aside. Okay? It's just basic maths. Step aside when there's a central bank news event. Okay? It's not the last trade you'll ever take. Are you in agreement with that? So let me give you an example. Like here. It broke below the mid range here. It fell down, rallied up, swing failure. What I'd be looking for is if you had reclaimed and held above that's bullishness within the range. Okay. But for now, what I'll be looking for, same scenario again. Because where do we get patterns from? Repetitive price behavior. Right? So there's my high. Scenario one is a rally up. Okay. And this will lie with my dollar index view. Wait, be patient for those asking. Let me cover this first. Then I will do dollar index. Then I will do F. I will also do FBTC. And then we'll wait till after FOMC and I'll do another stream. Okay? Usually after the day after is when we get the directional move, if it's gonna be directional. Okay. A rally up, it doesn't matter how high it goes, maybe a retest into this area here or whatever. It doesn't matter. I want to look for a deviation. Once that deviation happens, then I step in. Why? Because I've got defined risk. Are we in agreement? Trigger. I'll cut in a clean break above whatever the high is. Target one and target two. Once target one gets hit, I'll close some position, stops break even, and target two. Now, if it comes to target one and starts holding or starts following bullish price action, I'll close the rest. Does that make sense to everybody? Because I know how to get back in. So if it does, so for example, say if it does that and bounces, okay, let it bounce. I've closed my position. I made my money. Then once it gets back in, that bounce gives us what? New invalidation. So say well, that's the high, that's my invalidation. Step back in. Then that's a deviation of this mid range, the lower quartile. There's my trigger, and I'll play towards there. Take out these lows. Is that clear? Right. All troll will get blocked. I got time. So the other scenario is now this is where I would wait, okay? Because as you know, sometimes banks could do this. That's a bit exaggerated. But you know how you get whipsaws both sides? Wait. Let it consolidate. But say if it came down and once things settled and held below here, then I've got my other plan. That's a trend line. I will go for the trigger here. I will then cut it and I reclaim and hold back above here. Okay. And I'm targeting here. Deviate. Does that make sense? And that's it. That is what I've explained the breakdown scenario from here. So those are my two scenarios for Bitcoin. That's it. Now for the longer scenario, now I'm not comfortable long in here. Now, yes, that's a nice long. That's fine. That's up to you. I'm very picky with what I select. I usually go, yo, Posty, how's it going, lad? If if you're the legit Posty, DM me. I'm gonna make you mud. I get a lot of troll. I get a lot of imposters here. But DM me, I'm gonna make you a mod. Boot and for all the mods, boot anybody that fucking writes something that you don't like, breathes the wrong way, the name you don't like, anything you don't like, block them straight away. You have my full permission. Block it. I ain't got time for cunts. Anyways, let me see if Posty sent me a DM. Posty, send me a DM. Let me see if you're the right one. Make him a mod. He's a good lad. Anyways, let's continue till he does that. So, yes, Grant Stevenson's the real one. Anyways, let's carry on now and look at this. Hang on, is he DM me? Could be a fake Posty. You never know. You never know. Somebody's asking me for a personal loan. Go fuck yourself. There's another DM saying, if you don't give me money, I'm gonna kill myself. Well, good luck. Fucking hell, man. The fuck do you think this is? Charity case. Why do people send me that DM? If any of you send me that DM, I'll block you straight away. Like, why are you sending me DM? You're gonna kill yourself? Go then. There's enough fucking idiots out there in the world. Kill yourself. You got enough money to tweet off that phone you have. Go sell the phone. The fuck do you think this is? There's people out there that don't even have access to Twitter or a phone. I'd rather give them charity. The fuck do you think this is? Okay, Posty, that's you. Okay, Posty, where are you? Where are you, Posty? Message in the YouTube. Here, Posty, you're a mod. Block anybody. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Let's go. Okay, you can block. You have permission to block, kick, boot any cunt here. Anyways, let's continue now. So, what I'll be waiting for post FOMC. Okay, I gotta be careful. Ideally, take this part with a pinch of salt because I usually wait for volatility to die down and directional to be set. But if you look previously, this could be a deviation area. So if Bitcoin does this and holds and then breaks above and hold above that, then I will look for a long and I'll be looking for this area as target 1 and target 2 to range highs, T1 and then T2. Okay? Does that make sense? But this, remember, we're still resistance area. Okay? And it will be ping pong till we're wrong. Either clean breakout above here or below here would be a breakout of the range. Okay? And that's it. Okay, does everybody get my Bitcoin idea? What I'm looking for? I've got 3 scenarios. I will wait for the market to give me whichever trigger. I know exactly what I'm going to deal at. If it does not give me that, I will wait. No trade for me. Hello, Simon McIntosh from Gibraltar. How are? Oh yes, is that Simon? That sent me videos. Yes, good lad. Okay, now let's go on to why I believe I'm leaning towards like lower, but me saying leaning doesn't mean much. But so far, I mean, if you look at my Euro USD shorts, okay, they've kind of been pinpoint, haven't they? I even called it live. I shorted here, Euro USD, and I shorted right to the high tick that was 2 pips off or 1 pip off the high. There. Okay. So that comes down to the dollar index. Okay. So if I want to look at the dollar index, where are we at? Let's go with this 2022 mid range. That's all the chart you need. Okay. Now, this more or less lies there. So I'm going to use 2 charts because hang on. No, I'll stick to this. Let's stick to 2020 mid range. I marked out 1 chart on Twitter that is a bit different, but it's more or less the same. But let's do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out this low. I'm going to mark out this low, 2 weekly lows, right? Now, if you look at the dollar index, okay, are we in agreement that this is support? Sorry, resistance becomes support. Are we in agreement? Simple. Yes, it's breaking down. Obviously, it's gonna break. It's had a rally up. Forget that for now. I think we with the yen pairs, you want to wait for after BOJ. I'll personally be waiting after BOJ. I'll see what happens after FOMC, but this is not an area I want to fade. Why would you want to fade or be aggressive into a central bank news event? There's no point. Even if you are correct on the idea, it'll probably whipsaw you out before going your direction, unless you're using a really wide stop. When things are prime, can you use Prime? You can use Prime for FX. I personally don't trade FX on Prime. I use normal, but I trade big crypto on Prime. I'll be honest with you guys. That's what I do. One of swing trades I have, but because I do, yeah, my FX is different. I use direct market for FX. That's why. You can. I mean, they're the. If you want a crypto-based exchange that offers FX and indices, then I think Prime is the only crypto one I know of personally. Now, obviously, for FX and indices, there are better ones, but traditional market. Now, with traditional market, you have to KYC and everything. So you have to choose which what you like. You either pay up with fees and stuff, or you go with that, but you have to KYC with them. I mean, KYC was never an issue with the traditional markets, mainly crypto. But yeah, we can say 25% of fees with this. I mainly use them for crypto personally. Okay, for crypto, I just use them for crypto. Okay. Anyways, are we in agreement? This is support become resistance, right? Are you from South Africa? I mean, I'm from South Africa now. Yeah, I mean, does that work? Does that South African accent work? I mean, I could be from wherever you want. If you want to say South Africa, yes, I'm from South Africa. Just to make you happy, my friend, I'm from South Africa. I'm the only one in South Africa with a Brummie accent. So, yeah, be that one. Anyways, let's continue. So that's support become resistance. Okay? Now, let's break this down. I mean, obviously, after weeks and weeks of up move, you're gonna have pullback. Okay? No, I'm not from Bradford, but behave yourself. Do not associate me with those Bradistanis. Fuck you know. I'm packing myself, but fuck those Bradford guys. Yeah, only joking. But yeah, no, I don't like the accent. That Bradford accent, fuck you know. Any accent up north is a joke. I mean, anybody from UK, even the Northerners would say that Northern accent is a joke. Okay, I mean the Brum accent shit as fuck anyway. But you got the Liverpool. I don't understand Liverpool. That's a different language. Now Bradford, that don't count as English. That's a different language on its own. That's like Paki English or something. Fuck that shit. Anyways, I can put the Northern Irish accent on. I'm from Belfast now. So I think the Northern Irish fits better than all of them. So I'll stick to Northern Irish being better. Anyways, let's continue. Oh, so we do the Southern one. Will oil be fucked now? Oh, that's a sad start. Fuck it. My jokes are shit. Anyways, let's carry on. So, having said that, the dollar index is breaking down now. Okay. Now, this is what puts me on. So, I'm going to wait now. Okay. Where's my pen tool gone? I actually closed it. Epic Pen app wrong. Well, bear with me. Here it is. So we got this here going on. Okay, it's broken out. Now a pullback's natural. Okay, what I'll be looking for, you know what I did? I smoked the cigar when I tweeted the picture and it's finished because it gets in the way. Okay, I'm having a normal cigarette now, but when I have cigars, I have less cigarettes. It puts me off cigarettes. I have like a couple of days. If I don't have cigars, then I smoke more. But if I have a cigar, I don't want to smoke cigarettes. It's just fuck that. Anyways, so that's weekly low. So what I'm looking for is some sort of deviation. I want to see a clean reclaim back above here, basically. Okay. So previously deviation. This is resistance. Okay. But what I'm looking for, I should have done the higher time frame first, but just bear with me. Some sort of deviation, whether it's here, it's here. We don't want it to come below here. And then I want to see a reclaim. So I'm okay with waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. I sent me a nice package. I use your case all the time. Thank you very much for that. He sent me a personalized cigar carrier with my name on it. Thank you very much. So, if it reclaims, that would tell me that okay, we've held, and we're probably going to go towards this area here. And I'll probably go for target one region here, which is these lows here and that high, and then there. And then at that point, I'm going to decide. From there, I'm going to decide what my high is, for my what my low is on Bitcoin as well. Okay. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. Before I do that, let's look at the quarterly. Would we all be in agreement here that this looks like it's bottoming out for a push higher until proven otherwise? This is remember, this is a quarterly chart. Okay. Are we all in agreement? This looks like it's going to push higher, or is it just me that's seeing it and I got shit in my eyes or something? Does that make sense? You know what? I'd love to visit India one day. India's got beautiful places. I love my Indian brother, even though I'm Paki myself. I like India. India's got some nice places. Got loads of Indian friends. Apart from Matic, I short Matic though. But I still like the people there. I just don't like the Matic chart. But anyways, that's it. So that alone should put me on a tone for what I'm saying for crypto. Now, for those that say to me there's no correlation, okay, don't argue with me. Okay, argue with the chart. Let's do this now. Don't argue with me, by the way. Okay. Now, if I do this and make this a line chart, so remember I've inverted the chart. Okay. Is there not a correlation? Of course, there's a fucking correlation. Who's saying there's not? It doesn't have to be tick for tick intraday, but of course it's correlated. Whoever says it's not is chatting shit. The only time the correlation breaks, and this is with FX majors as well, is say the dollar index is range bound like this, which means it's not going nowhere. Then one of FX pair can do its thing. Does that make sense? But overall, when you're looking at correlations, you're looking at the general picture. You're not looking at, oh, this week for 2 days it wasn't correlated. Shut the fuck up. It means nothing. You look at the overall picture, and I've just explained when the dollar is consolidating, then certain things can do their own thing. But when the dollar trends, everything bends the knee. Okay? I think tonight's FOMC would be the case, and I'm not ruling out if it goes the other way. I will take that into account. So if I get rid of this, fuck off you here. Uh, if this breaks down, invert scale, then yes, I will be looking for lower prices. I'll say, okay, it's another range bound environment, but I have my parameters in place. Okay, like this. So I'm okay with a retesting towards this trend line. But if that trend line goes, that's it. That's a move towards range low then, at least. Then I would say, okay, I'm going to be long in crypto. I'm going to be long in euro. I'm going to be long in cable and FX majors. Does that make sense to everybody? So I am not married to an idea, but I am married to what the market tells me because I just follow that. India is a lovely place. India's got beautiful places. I like the Indian people. Some of the Indian friends I've got, I'm one of the most friendliest people I've ever met. And they're good business guys. Just like Pakis, they all got corner shops. In the UK, if you're in UK, you'd know that joke. So I'm not racist. I'm brown myself. So they both say it was all India beginning anyway. They're all fucking brown. They're all the same people. Fuck's sakes, man. I don't discriminate between the two. They're all my brothers. Paki or Indian, they're all the same. They're all human. White, black, brown, yellow, pink. Don't know about the green people, but yeah. Anyways, let's carry on. Does that make sense? I'm Bangladesh. I got many Bengali friends. Gotta say, in UK, right, all the Indian restaurants all got Bengali workers there though. No one's really Paki or Indian. They all got Bengali chefs. Let's be honest. Go to Birmingham, right? All Bengali chefs in Indian and Pakistani restaurants. Anyways, let's continue. So that's my idea. Now that's why so for the next stream, we will know what's gonna happen post FOMC. So either it's gonna have a clean reclaim and holding above here, trending higher, which will clear our bias. Okay, this stream is more. Hello Delta, how are you? Or it's gonna be below here. All right, and then we can pick the directional move. For now, I can only mention my scenarios and trigger plans, and then that's it. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on now. That's more or less it. So let's go to Ethereum now, and then I'm going to do BNB. Looking at Ethereum, I don't even have an Ethereum chart. Let's go to FBTC. Do you guys remember? Okay, because FBTC has been so slow. Okay, I retweeted a chart on my Twitter feed right now. You guys see that? Get the likes up. There's 631 of you. There should be at least 12k likes. Get the likes up. No man, I gotta say the Bengalis are good fish though. I go to Bengali. If I want fish, I go to a Bengali restaurant. They got good ones. Otherwise, Indian or Paki. But yeah, they're all the same. Like I said. So there. Now let me bring up my Twitter feed. Here's my Twitter. Here. Look at this. This is the chart towards the mid range. Now, what I used was 2022 mid range. Okay. So let's go to a clean chart. Okay, we go to a clean chart and mark at the mid range. So I'm gonna mark it roughly, and then we can do neat later on. We mark. So the reason why I say that, look at this yearly chart. Based on this yearly chart, are we in agreement? I'm good, thanks you, Eddie. Edu, how are you? Hello, traders here. You good? Zivo, Zivo, are you the bowler that invited me to your summer holiday home? Or is that somebody else? Zivo's a bowler, isn't he? This man's fucking connected. Yeah, some of these anons on here are fucking connected as fuck. I just got to realize Top Shabab's another one. Fucking, he's sorting me out in Spain. His connections. I mean, you don't want to know his connections. He's probably end up in prison. But yeah, he's a dangerous guy. That's all I want to say. There, Trader Frank, how are you? Trader Frank, you're a brummy. I'm gonna make you mod as well. I like Trader Frank. Good lad. You see anyone block? Zivo, I'll make you. Zivo, DM me on Twitter just to make sure, even though you're probably not. Okay, watch this. Let's get back. Let's get back to topic at hand. 0.5572. Okay, 0.5572. 0.5572. Now, are we in agreement that just based off the yearly chart, probability wise, it makes sense to take out last year's low? Does that make sense? DM me on Twitter just to confirm, because you know I get so much idiots that try to social engineer, and I say go fuck yourself. I don't get shit. Does that make sense? So based on that, okay, based on that, I'm just going for mid range. After that, we'll deal with the second half. Okay. So based on my tweet I did, okay, it's falling to plan right now, isn't it? And I'm expecting at least, probably at least towards here, the top of these highs. Okay, then towards here, which means, what does that mean? It means that there you go, bro. Okay, I'm gonna follow you now. Yeah, I'm following you. Make you mod Zivo. Right, same rules. It means that what's gonna be, if correct on the Bitcoin idea and the dollar going up, what's the better short, Ethereum or Bitcoin? Because Ethereum and the alts are higher beta plays, aren't they? Are we in agreement? Unless proven otherwise. Okay. Look how weak ETH has been. I actually yesterday when I tweeted, I wanted ETH to bounce myself. I really wanted ETH to bounce so I could short it. It's been falling since then. Okay. And the highs I mentioned, and then towards the mid range, 22 mid range, to take out the low of the week. Okay. So this will lead me on. Now, obviously, if you reclaim and stuff, so for example's sake, say Bitcoin, Ethereum are bullish, okay, say things change, then I will, and say we reclaim back above this trend line, I take my time, then I'll be looking for higher prices, probably take out these highs and to hit towards here, because that's a deviation, then that's a deviation as well, then that's a possible long. F is the better long then, if things are bullish. Does that make sense? Then I will be looking for F longs over Bitcoin because it makes sense because FBDC is suggesting higher prices. Does that make sense? Before going to F? Okay. Let's move on to F now. Now I'm going to see if I don't know why I spent so much time on these charts. I forgot my F chart. Oh, just to make clear. So what I'm looking for the Euro USD. So if this gives me a top, is this. So if I go to this before I do the others, because this will play into crypto. When I'm trading crypto, I actually look at FX pairs. I look at what the dollars are telling me as well. Okay. So if I look at this chart, are we in agreement, or does it make sense that this is suggesting lower prices based on a quarterly chart? This is a higher time frame. I'm not talking about intraday bounces. I'm not talking about lower time. I'm talking about more long-term directional moves. Okay, that's looking weak. Okay, if we reclaim back above that, fine. Long. Dollar down, we long this. We long crypto. Okay? Till then, at least last quarter's low and then lower down. And all the FX majors, if you look at the same, cable, GBP USD, Aussie, they're all showing the same thing. Okay? So this is probably the bigger, heavier basket when it comes to the dollar index. But in general, the FX majors do the same thing. Okay, if you've been trading FX long enough, you know that. So I always look at this as well. Having said that, let's move on to ETH/USD. Now, I'm going to see if I've got a clean chart for ETH. If not, we'll do it together. Okay. Prime XBT, and then we'll do BNB. I'll explain my BNB thesis. Okay. Let me see. See the trading view, right? It wrecked up my style for this. ES went nicely. I shorted it there nicely. I'm out of ES. Wait for after FOMC, and I will do the other markets after FOMC is out the way with. I'm just marking out possible plans. So you're not going into FOMC with no plan. At least when you go into FOMC now, you know exactly. At least what I'm looking for, you can just observe that. Okay, don't trade it. I'm just looking just paper trade it. If you ain't got the balls, okay, or if you knew paper trade, okay, just to plan it out. Okay, so let's go to Ethereum now. Ethereum, I'm sure I hopefully did do a chart for this. Oh yeah, dad's bollocks. Fuck's sakes. Oh, you got a chart, is it? It's been so long, right? I lost a lot of my charts. And trading view, I don't know how, but I've lost a lot of this. Uh, right. Let's go to this one. SZQ2. I've lost my charts, lads. We got a problem. Put a hit on trading view. Okay, so here. Right, I'm going to be straightforward with this. We know what my Bitcoin plan is going to be. Okay, I will do everything, all the other alts later on. So, for example, say if Bitcoin gives me the trigger, you will have a trigger on all your alts. Okay, does that make sense? If Bitcoin gives me a trigger, then what do you think the other alts are going to do? Whether it's long or short, the other alts are going to do the same. They're just high beta plays. So, if Bitcoin drops, alts drop harder. If Bitcoin rallies, alts rally harder. So, I don't need to do anything else for now. Post FOMC, when we get a directional play, when if that's if maybe nothing happens tonight. Okay, I don't think nothing will happen, but if nothing happens, then okay, let's see what we got to work with, and maybe we mark out short term because this is a big data event coming up. Okay, you gotta be careful. So what I did here and hit my target more or less. Remember this? My mid range. If you've been watching my streams, I took last quarter, not last quarter, but the quarter before that's high, low, mid range. That was my target. You guys remember? It's done. But bigger picture wise, if I was to clean this up, okay, has anything changed? Is the big question. So if we go to this, what's the range I'm looking at? You all know the range already by now. If you've been watching, a range high, and I'm going with the conservative range low of this. Okay, and this is below. Well, it's not mid range, but it's below the key pivot here. If you look at this, resistance, 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 support, 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 resistance. If I was to take a swing trade, for example, this is just an analogy for a swing trade. As long as we hold below here, right? Directionally, what the chart's saying to us right now is probably towards. Okay, let me do a different color. Range low. Is that clear? Towards here. Based on this chart, just basic support resistance. Does that make sense? Possibly. I think with central bank news event, they'll take up both sides of the market, long or short. I think the more directional traders will do better. But again, we'll see how it goes. Does that make sense? So as long as we're below here, directionally, it makes sense to go toward range lows, right? Now, obviously, if it reclaims and holds above, and Bitcoin reclaims above the halfway point of last quarter, then I will be looking for longs. Maybe in towards here, here, and then there. Okay? But so far, based on support resistance, we have a clear bias towards here. That's it. This is for more direction, but I'm not talking about intraday scalps. I'm not really good at intraday scalps. I'll be honest with you. I take one-offs, but I'm not really good at them. Now, based on FBTC as well, this will be the more favorable one over Bitcoin. Now, let's go intraday now. Okay, based on Bitcoin, we'll do one is do it together. No, I'm gonna have to solve my soul shorts. I posted on my Telegram. If you follow my Telegram, you will have seen I've exited that. No, I'm gonna wait. I got two okay trades, one loss, and so I'm always transparent. When I lose, I always post it. I don't know why people say I don't post it. When have you not seen me? When I get stopped out, do I not tweet? I got stopped out of this. I don't know why idiots come up with lies. I always tweet about stuff like that. Check my Telegram. It's all there. So, ideally, if we get the big rally up, okay, let me clean this chart. Now we go with this. Okay. So we got here very clean highs here. Okay. And now, based on what I'm saying on the dollar index, now remember what I said on dollar index. We want the stops to be taken ideally, and then a deviation. So if we can do this, okay, I'll wait. I'm not gonna chase it. And then if it deviates and holds, there's my trigger. I'll cut it a clean break above the high. Target one, target two. Let's keep it level to level. There's my trigger. Target one, target two. It has to follow my plan for trigger. If it doesn't, fuck it off. It's a basic stop run. Deviation. Deviation gives me defined risk, and that's it. Good evening, Obaid. Does that make sense? Yes, I will do BNB, mate. I'm gonna do that towards the end after Earth. Okay. One second. Give me a second. I'm going for a piss. 1 second. Right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Dollar card? I can do dollar card in a minute. Can everybody hear me? Spark vanilla. Let's make sure audio is clear. Okay, let's carry on. So that's scenario one. Okay. Now, in case it is one of the deeper pullbacks, okay, we gotta be wary of that. I'll clean this chart up. Because it can do. There's no reason why. There's nothing in this rule book that says it can't do one of these ones. We've already discussed the reasoning behind lower prices and where we will flip longs. So, in case FOMC comes out and there's a deeper, so that's one. Say you call it shallow pullback. This is the deeper pullback. We got this, and we got this. I'm gonna mark out objectives. Okay. So, the deeper pullback scenario would be rally up and then deviate. That see, the importance of deviation is it tells me it's a fake out. Deviation is many interpretations of it. One is, and I will discuss this deeper in when I do my swing trading strategy. I will share with you guys. That will be independent from all these streams. Okay, it's just my strategy. I mean, if you've been watching my videos, you will know already how I do things. Okay, but some people like a video titled swing trading strategy. Their mindset then goes into, oh, it's a teaching video. It's funny how that works, in human psychology. I could label these streams a teaching and you'll see it differently compared to just a review, but that's human psychology. So the deeper pullback scenario, I'll go for here, target T1. That's a bent rule. Fucking hell. Here, make that as a target as well. There's my trigger. That's a deeper pullback. Target, and possibly target if it really goes for those levels. Okay, but let's just stick within a range. Is that clear? Now, further evidence of the range I'm sticking with is this. There's many ways. So what I do is I mark out different ranges for myself, and if they overlap, well, Caitlin, Cashin, you're asking me about alts, and I've already said what Bitcoin does, the others will do. Simple as that. I know people want entertainment. I'm actually my teaching video is probably more alpha, and some of the streams I've given right, but they don't want that. You're on 3 hour now. How come you're on 3 hour now? I thought you usually used 4. 3 hour. You know about? Oh, that's just random. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the hours. I'm just fitting the bars in, the candlesticks in. So the other one is here. Let's look at this carefully now. Range high, range low. We are stuck within this range, aren't we? Clean reclaim and hold above. So previously deviated. Trigger, I spoke about this before. If it breaks above and holds, I'm going to look for higher prices. I will have to do that when the time comes. I need to know what price looks like. Okay. But till then, we are stuck within here. If it breaks and holds below that, then we go towards this low here. This is just another way of looking at it. Does that make sense? So previously, you can see trading there, support, deviation, support, resistance. So until it reclaims back above here, this is range bound trading. Okay, that's it. I'm not saying direction. I'm saying range bound. Okay, and that is it. Is everybody clear with my F scenarios? Okay, that's it. Now let's do BMB. Now BMB, you all know what's going on with that. Let's break this down in the simplest terms, and I can break this down in 2 seconds. Well, I say 2 seconds, but yeah, yearly. If this was a clean chart, are we all in agreement that probability wise it's more likely to take out this low before going higher up? Are we on agreement? I'm not talking about later bounces intraday. I'm talking about directionally. If you're with me, remember when I shorted above 300? If you follow me for a while, I posted I was short below around above 300, 320s to 330s. I was short. Okay, so if you look at this, would you agree? Just off this chart alone, this is directional, man. I'm not looking for a little scalp that people go into the 1 minute and say it's bullishness, bottom is it? No. Is the yearly showing that? Okay, I would argue if you get some of the yearly open, then yes. ES, you know what, Tom? I'm not really clear with ES. The only ES trades I've had are day trades. Honestly, I'm not clear with ES. I haven't traded it much lately. Like I said, what I do is I'm more of a momentum trader, momentum slash trend trader. So what I do is whatever market is trending, I trade with that. Like crypto, I haven't done as much. It's been a lot of FX, right? You can tell the dollar index trend, Euro USD, dollar CAD long, Aussie. But when that sort of consolidates, I mean crypto trends, I go with crypto then. I rotate between the two. And sometimes when CL is trading, I'll trade that. When ES is trending, I'll trade that. And I can trade range bound, and I do level to level, but my level to level are within higher time frame ranges, which others would call a trend. Does that make sense? Did you ever meet EXO? Well, that's personal, but EXO I know personally. That's all you need to know. I know EXO very personally. I trust him with my life. Anyways, so there. Danny's another one. Atlas Strong's another one. Yeah, these guys I know. So that's that. That chart alone would be enough, in my opinion. Now let's break this down. So what I've done is I've gone to the weekly, and I've posted about this before. Remember when I was shorting it here, if you guys recall? Basic SR, imagine it's a 5 minute time frame. Forget the time frame. Let's squiggle this out. Nobody knows what time frame it is. Okay. Imagine it's not BNB. Imagine it's something else. Imagine it's fucking lean hugs. Okay. Let's keep a neutral mindset and let's just go with what the mark is telling us. SR, right? There. That's range lows marked out. Trend line break. If the trend line breaks and holds, when we're shorting there, where's the next target? With the yearly chart, wouldn't that? And Joe, I know he made mistakes. I'm not happy with. You all know I'm not going to repeat that. You all heard my side. Whether you choose to believe it or not, it's up to you. But yeah, let's leave it at that. I don't want to discuss that. Okay. But everybody makes mistakes, but sometimes we get caught up. But anyways, there's that there. Now another SR level, which could be classed as a mid-range, which is there. Are we on agreement? So we got SR, deviation, you can see that. Trend line, I've been shorting from there if you recall, right? USDJ, I don't know. Okay. Um okay. 1 second. Okay. Blocked. I hold a few alts, but more or less 99% cash. The alts I hold are probably well POI. There's no joke, but both at the lows, and one or two other alts I'm holding. Okay, so would you all be in agreement? And then we're broken down from here towards there. So we're breaking down, At least let us reclaim above one level before I start saying on a swing basis. Here, I'm very rarely in the UK. I'm not in the UK. Even when I stream, I put it as if I'm in UK. I'm in Switzerland at the moment. I'm in Switzerland most of the time. I come UK probably once a month for a couple of days, but I'm not in UK. Well, today I am, but usually I'm not. Anyways, so are we in agreement towards there? Does that make sense? FOMC or not? I go with what the price is telling me. Is that clear? I'll probably do sold in the next stream, mate. I want to see what the market does. I do think it goes lower. We have been correct on the lower downside most of the time. I gotta send you your chocolates, Grant Stevenson. I did get them for you, but I just went on a few holidays after that. But I haven't forgotten about yeah, I've been Pakistan loads of times, about 15 times I'd say. Yeah. Trader Frank, yeah, we can meet one day. We can meet one day. So towards there. And that's it. Now, what I've done with extended targets is this. So what I did with here, I'm short. This is my short position. This is one. These two are my main targets. These clean lows in towards here. This area here's my main target, and main target there. This is 2022 low. This is extended target. You know how market sometimes if it's a cascade, just in case. Okay, of that. But these two are my main targets. Okay, I've used a wider stop just in case. But if it breaks above, starts holding, I'm gonna look to scale out. Okay. So having said that, I've broken it down into ranges. Last year's range, last year, I believe that's 20. Hang on, let me go to the yearly chart. I've broken it down in towards 2021 range. So this is 2021 high, 2021 low, mid range. It's a bit of a mess, but deal with it. You clean it up on your own charts if you wish, if you find use in this. Then what I've done is I've marked the midpoint out of 2021 low to mid range. There's there. Hence why that's my main target. Okay. If it breaks below here, then the midpoint between these two is this green level, and these are objectives. Okay. And that is it. Got 3-5 of rock for you, eh? 335. What does that mean? Peter, hello, just arrived back from Sicily. How's Sicily? I've always wanted to go to Italy. Is some Godfather shit going on there? Is it true? I've never been. I want to try out. I know a family friend of mine. He's from Naples. His family's got mafia type of guys. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe he's shiny shit, but I don't know. When you see the tattoos they got, hang on a minute. That's some fucking gangster shit. But anyways, my macro readings is what I've told you so far. That's it. I'm here to trade. It doesn't matter what my macro reading is. I mean, that's just an opinion. What I'm sharing with you right now is what the market's telling me. Okay. Oh, 3.5. Oh, okay. Okay. My kind of guy then. Yeah. My kind of guy. anyways, let's clean this up. From a TA perspective, now this is the thing. This is why I went with this one instead of Bitcoin when I treated it yesterday. Clean highs. If you look at my Twitter feed, I post about that. Deviation. All right. If it cleans and breaks above here and holds, you want to cut it or scale out. But so far, would you agree these clean lows for a range trade? There. That more or less sums up my ideas. Is that clear? For BNB? So what I've done is I shorted it yesterday. It's broken the nice trend line. If I'm wrong, I know what I'm going to lose. I'm not risking my whole account. I have a certain. You can watch the restream if you missed it. I know how much I'm going to lose. I will look to scale out if it makes a clean break and hold above here. And say if I wasn't in, say hide this for a second, okay? So say the whipsaws, because these kind of central bank news events can be whipsaws. Say for whipsaws, okay? I'll wait for deviation, see what Bitcoin's doing. Is Bitcoin deviating? Is everything else deviating? Then you step back in. Because that doesn't count because that's just a spike, so a news event spike. And I'll step back in and I'll do this. Same plan. At least towards here, the rest is bonus. Is everybody clear with that? Now you can also add in BNB BTC. Does that make sense? Look at all of them. Looking at BNB BTC, it's not looking good, bruv. Okay, if we look at this, there's the deviation. Where's the stop run? The main stop run is going to be here. So this suggests lower prices. Okay, towards here at least, and then we'll see what happens. Let's look at BNBF. So now you can see why yesterday I went with the BNB in case we don't get the pullbacks. Okay, BNBF is suggesting to me personally there it should have reclaimed back. And now if it reclaims back above here, that's a different story. But for now, I would think towards here to take out these lows in towards here, then I'll decide the rest. Does that make sense? I should be a practicing Muslim. I mean, I am Muslim, yes. I'm not as religious as I should be, but yeah, I do believe in God. I try my best. I try my best. I could be better. Yes, nobody's perfect. Does that make sense? As to why I'm building my idea up. But the most importantly, I know what I'm gonna lose. Abel Golima. You've been watching too many Bollywood movies. Is everybody clear? Okay, thank you for tuning in. This is just a preparation for FOMC. You know what I'm looking at. If it goes to plan, this is how I execute. If it doesn't, I'll wait post FOMC. Thank you for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, um, share the video, and big thanks to Prime XP. Use the link in the description if you guys want more of this.